Hey guys, it's Jimmy Bremner, CTOA on the Urban Trail, and I don't have Dexter with me today. And the reason is, we came out, got into one of our favorite spots here, and Dexter's, his hackles went up, and he started sounding off, and the coyotes are a danger close today. So I didn't want to risk an injury with them, so took him back home, and I came out to do the video. This is a bit of a catch-up video. It's going to talk about some tips and things like that. Budget bushcraft. Okay, so this jacket I'm wearing is military surplus. It's like the M65 American field jacket, but this is the Canadian version of it. It's Gore-Tex. It has great pockets and zippers. You can actually fold it up and carry it over your shoulder if you had to. But in that compartment, I have my poncho, a watch cap and some gloves in there and a scarf. So you can carry all that with you in this jacket. Now, years ago, you could pick them up in surplus stores, but they're getting really hard to find now in Canada. You could get them for about $60, and it's an amazing bargain. Now, because they're kind of rare, they're about $150. That said, it's better than $400 to $500 on something you might buy at Cabela's or someplace like that. So search them out. You can, go online. There's a couple of great American companies that sell military surplus from all over the world, and you can find those. I'll try and find the link and get it to you, and you can order things like this. And again, you're doing your budget bushcraft. So another thing I would like to talk about. So right now it's fall and it's damp, and it's, if you get into the water and then you start walking, you're going to get chafed, okay? And chafing is really painful. And once it happens, it's going to take you a little bit of time, week, couple, 2 weeks to, before you're feeling a bit better. So this is something called Body Glide. I know it's backwards. Body Glide. And this goes, you put this on in all your creases and crevices and, places where your skin naturally rubs together. If you're wearing a wetsuit or a dry suit, it's a great thing to have with you. In really hot environments, again, it's a great thing to have with you, because once you start to sweat, and we try and layer, we try to take off the layers, but as I said, as the seasons change, sometimes you start sweating no matter how hard you try, and then you start to get that chafing. And it's painful, it's not pleasant. So you can find this online, you can find it at a lot of your outfitter stores. Body Glide, it's a great way of preventing those things and making your adventure just more pleasant. So the next thing, as I said, I'm going to set up a super shelter, and I started thinking about it. And I'm going to give you some tips now. So you can spend a little bit of money on a tarp, or you can spend a lot of money on a tarp. The place where the tarp will fail is going to be in the grommet. Okay, so you take your Gorilla Tape, your duct tape, whatever you have to do, and you put it over in 2 directions, and you seal it down, and that will stop the grommet from pulling out. And they will pull out. Doesn't matter how much you spend, they will pull out. So then the other thing is like a paracord, 550 cord. There's a couple ways you can do it. Some people use a girth hitch, which would be this, okay? But when you pull it, and you pull the girth hitch, what happens is it folds up. It folds up your tarp and the grommet, and it will start to rip. So what I prefer to do, plus if you do the girth hitch, they fall out and you lose them. So what I do is I put it through in this fashion to a figure 8 at the end, and that way I can't lose it, and it's not going to break down my tarp and pull out the grommet. So 550 cord. What is it? It's something called Kern mantle rope, which is a German word, I believe. That means that the mantle, okay, is where people used to hang their jackets by the fire to dry out. So the outside is the jacket and the inside of 550 cord. The inside, okay, there's 7 strands, right? 7 times 50, 350, and the mantle or the jacket on the outside, that holds 200 pounds, so there's your 550, right? Now, typically what I do is I strip out the innards, because it just makes the mantle or the jacket easier to work with. Anytime you cut paracord, okay, you want to burn the ends with a lighter, all right, so it seals it off and it won't unravel. The great thing about the innards is you can use them for fishing line. You can use them to sew up your clothing. That's why in the back of your belt knife you should have a sail needle, so you can look after those things. So it's extremely useful, material, and you can do just about anything with it. Actually, it's it's pretty neat, right? So that's your 550 cord. The next thing, actually, I just put this jacket on, and I was going through the pockets. I haven't worn it in some time, and I came up with my pocket. It's an open L. Yeah, these are from France. It does have a locking blade. When you rotate this barrel on the front, the blade locks. What's neat about this one, they typically have a wooden handle, but this one is a plastic synthetic handle and has a whistle in it, because I'm always with Dexter, so it gives me some redundancy, and I like things that do double duty. These knives come in many sizes. They're actually like really fairly priced. They're not crazy expensive, but they're very efficient. They are best for food prep, because the blade is really thin and very, very sharp. And as I said, it locks out, and you don't have to worry about it closing on your hand and getting that injury. So, pretty cool thing. Last thing I want to talk about today is, as I said, Global Synergies Limited. We're now a distributor for Tasmanian Tiger and Tatanka gear. So these are Tatanka Gators. Still pretty wet. A little bit of rain coming down today. I have a low cut boot on today, and I've been crashing through the bush and walking through puddles and testing these out. And I have to tell you, so far so good. They're actually exceptional. My feet haven't gotten wet. I haven't, when they've gotten snapped or pinched by branches bending back. They're quite easy to put on. Very, very durable. They can cinch up at the top to tighten it around your leg. And, you know, it has a hook here to go into your boot legs. And as I said, they go on and off pretty quick, and they're totally waterproof, even at the zipper. So Tatanka Gators, you can find them on the Global Synergies website. Is a product that we now carry and distribute. So you know, that's about all for today. As I said, I really appreciate you watching all the time. I think my next video I will set up the super shelter, you know, just to give you an idea of what it looks like and how it's constructed. Like I said, that's about all for today. Some tips and tricks and reviews. It's me without Dexter the boy. Gotta keep him safe. Jimmy Bremner, Urban Trail. I'm out.